I could literally run a Neutrogena commercial with how much acne I've eliminated on people's faces and life by cleaning the inside of their body. It's not the soaps and suds. It's not
it's
the
not
acids.
an external.
It's an internal problem. It's leaky gut. It's food allergies. It's intolerable proteins like casein and gluten and gliadin making their way into their bloodstream. The liver can't deal with them. It's causing an inflammatory response. The skin's releasing it. That's why it's red.
Do you see this in like when people are eating gluten or breads in Italy?
See, the thing with Italy is producing their own food. They're not spraying with glyphosate, and they're also the bread is different where it has less gliadin. Gliadin is the problem with the gluten. Gliadin is the active peptide that Dr. Zach Bush, love him, actually has shown causes leaky gut, damages the gut lining, and it can be linked with all sorts of mental issues and anxiety issues. And we're becoming less tolerant of it because it's also the highest sprayed in glyphosate. And glyphosate is an antibiotic. It's not just a pesticide. It's an antibiotic, which destroys your microbiome. We're eating it every day.
Isn't that crazy?
So you got the highest sprayed. It's not just the gluten.
Isn't it illegal in like Europe?
Yes, yeah. And I think Russia just made it illegal. Putin just said no GMOs
Well, that should
in
make
Russia.
the U.S. really want to get rid of it.
I hope. I know,
Or maybe
right?
they want more now.
Whatever
Russia
it takes to get rid of it. But that's the thing is we've poisoned our food, and it's not. And that's where there's a missing problem where we're saying this food's good, bad, and this one's good. That is a blind argument, in my opinion. I have helped heal hundreds of vegans. I have helped heal hundreds of Indian-based vegetarians. I have helped heal hundreds of carnivore and paleo. It doesn't, if it's whole food, organic food, it's about measurement success. If you can't handle it right now, I will show you a plan to say, let's try it again in 60 days, 40 days. And if you have a problem with it again, we come back, we switch things to fix your gut, and then try it again. It's the same thing with fiber, fats, lectins. It doesn't matter. So a healthy body, even if you have Crohn's colitis, should be able to handle a variety of healthy food.
Right. That makes such logical sense.
And that's also freeing for us who have been traumatized by all this. I can't eat this, that, and the other. If you are so traumatized by the gluten, Dane, I can never eat gluten, I'm going to get you healed enough where I'm going to tell you to go out, get a cheeseburger, go to McDonald's, do whatever, and come back and tell me how you feel afterwards.
Right.
I had one of my clients, she was diagnosed with Lyme disease, ulcerative colitis, and asthma. She had ulcerative colitis since she was 14. She'd been having chronic bleeding for about 10, 15 years. I started with her at 29 years old. She was massively traumatized. We worked together privately for 1 year. After about 7 months, she was symptom-free for the first time she could remember in her adult life. She started crying. And I said, what are you crying for? You just did the unthinkable. You worked so hard. She goes, I know, Dane, but I've just been eating this way for so long and I just feel trapped in this diet. I said, diet? We've gone over this 100 times. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to call her out. Lindsay, go eat whatever you want right now. Get off this phone call. Go find the dirtiest food you can find. Get a Coke with fries. I want you to make it dirty. She goes, really? You want me to do that? I don't know. I'm scared. It'll give me a flare. I said, nope, your shield is strong enough. I want you to take 3 of these digestive enzymes, do it, and I want you to use this binding shake to help your body clear it out afterwards. Let me know. She writes me the next day, Dane, I had a cheeseburger with fries and ketchup and a Coca-Cola, and I had a double cheeseburger. And she goes, guess what? My bowel movement was perfect. I had 1 bowel movement today, no problems. Next week, still no problems. There you go. That's why we call it shield. Because when you restore the body, it can handle stress. It's the same thing with the metabolism. We have the same problem where someone goes, oh, I'm not 18 anymore. I can't eat like I used to.
Oh God, you hear that narrative all the time.
I can't, I'm more bloated. I can't lose those extra 20 pounds. It's because the metabolics in your body have been destroyed or injured. It's not working right anymore. So your body can handle it. But if you fix the metabolics, right? If you fix the gut, if you fix the liver and the gallbladder, the lymphatic, your body will be able to handle it. Your metabolism will get stronger. If you ever looked at high intensity interval training, they talk about a little bit of this. You know, there are things we can do to recondition our metabolics. There are things we can do to recondition our microbiome. So things that in that 1 year that I did that really helped when I started learning about the anatomy and I started learning about the structure, the chess match, is that I had to fix my digestion. if you have IBD, there's a very strong chance that you have low stomach acid, you're getting no pancreatic enzyme output, and you're getting no bile production, which means your duodenum is not getting the pancreatic enzymes in the bile production to break down fats, proteins, and carbs. Those undigested fats, proteins, and carbs are going through your small intestine, continue to increase SIBO imbalance, and then they're making their way into the colon. Undigested foods are creating more food sensitivity, inflaming your villi, and damaging the mucosal membrane.
Because the food isn't broken down enough.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. That's just one. The epithelial cell lining is breaking because of the gliadin and the casein, which are the two of the hardest proteins for the human body to break down. No wonder we're all sensitive to them. They're the hardest to break down. They're leaking into the bloodstream. They're causing IgG antibody reaction, and then we're getting brain fog, acne, low energy, cramping, pain, and then we're having to go to the bathroom 3, 4, 5 times, diarrhea, because the colon is now trying to spew out all the stuff that shouldn't even be there. It's a vicious cycle, as Elaine Gottschall says. It's breaking the vicious cycle.